Greetings, fellow interloper. It's your buddy Taylor, showing a little love to the newer No Man's Sky players out there by sharing 5 things I wish I'd realized sooner. This, my friends, is Whiskey Barrel Gaming. You know, even after hundreds of hours I've spent exploring the vastness of the No Man's Sky universe, I can't help but laugh at some of the things that were right in front of me I could have been doing much sooner. To be honest, this list could be longer, but we'll just keep that between us, shall we? These are in no particular order, so let's just dive in. At number 5, I wish I knew the easy way to find monoliths, which you need to locate portals. When I first started playing, I would gather navigational data so I could, in turn, trade them in for planetary charts at the space station and hope, when I activated it, I would get a monolith and not an ancient ruin. If I didn't, I'd just keep reloading until I got lucky in getting a monolith. Kind of a pain, right? Well, once you get your exocraft and have it equipped with all the scanning technology, things became much easier in finding a monolith. Simply summon, hop in, and scan. Boom. No more trips to the space station and messing around with maps. Number 4, I gotta admit, is really simple. And once I realized what I was doing, or wasn't doing, I felt kinda silly, but happy to have realized it. When you're using the terrain manipulator to mine deposits, you can actually increase the size of the beam with the right button on Xbox, and I believe it's R1 on PlayStation. When I realized this, it was a game changer in the speed at which I was mining. I know, I can feel that most of you knew this one, but hey, I'm just being honest on the things that I should have realized sooner, and hope that a few of you out there might benefit. Don't worry, it'll be our little secret. Next up at number 3, it looks like it's going to be pretty important now more than ever with the pet update. That's using the Discoveries tab on your menu. If your goal is to look for a new pet, currently only ground animals are the ones you're able to adopt. Man, it would be super cool to adopt a bird or a flying creature, but not yet. Which means you could ignore flying, underground, and underwater animals. What I wished I used sooner was the fauna area on the discovery screen. Here, even though I just landed and haven't scanned anything, I already know how many ground creatures there are. In this case, there are 4. So once I've seen my 4th ground animal, I know that's it for this planet. This is a huge time saver when you compare it to not using this menu. If you were to just look at the 4 of 7 fauna discovered, you might think you missed one and continue searching, not realizing that the other 3 are flying or underwater animals. Coming in at number 2 is more mid-game, but I learned way too late. When I first got my hands on a lot of money early on, I say a lot of money, but looking back, it wasn't that much. I was so excited. I could finally upgrade the storage on my starship. Well, as you'll find out, or perhaps you've already found out, it's friggin' expensive to get your ship to the max of 48 storage slots. Like, really expensive. All that money I thought would be enough didn't even get me past a few expansion slots. I had seen storage augmentation on screen, but I had zero clue what it was and how it even worked. I guess like many of these tips, I just kind of had a blind spot for figuring that out and just ignored it. Boy, I wish I hadn't. Because I never really scrapped any ships yet, or if I had, it was probably a C-class. I wasn't really sure what that process entailed. When you scrap an S or A-class ship, you always get the tried and true materials, you know, the handful of cogs, the compressed indium scraps, and so forth. It's the game's way of giving you back that 70% of what was originally invested once you sell back those items. You also have the potential of getting storage augmentations. I say potential because if you scrap an A-class, it doesn't always drop one, but then again it could drop 1 or 2. As far as I can tell, it's very random. With S-classes, it seems to always yield 1, 2, or even sometimes 3. This is where the real gold is. So let's jump back for a sec. Let's see how much money I actually need to drop to upgrade this fighter I just bought. It's an A class with 28 in the main inventory, so to max out, I'll need to purchase another 12 slots. Quick side note, if you're confused as to why this only goes to 40 and not 48 like you're used to hearing about, remember, this is just an A class. To get a full 48, we would need to drop 50,000 nanites to upgrade this to an S class, and then we could add another 8 storage slots. But for this example, you'll understand my point once I spend a few units to upgrade this to 40. Alright, so after adding a mere 12 slots to my fighter, I'm down 250 million units. The last storage slot alone set me back 30 million. So hopefully now you understand when I say these storage augmentations are worth their weight in gold. When you scrap A and S class ships and get storage augmentations, those are saving you tens, if not hundreds of millions of units when it comes time to upgrading your ship's inventory. And I'm not even talking about the nanites not only you'll save on S-class mods to upgrade your ships, but nanites you'll make by selling them back after you no longer need them. Since ships' value is primarily affected by its storage, another popular process is using unwanted storage augmentations to increase the value of ships to sell back at a nice profit. So yeah, this is something I wish I knew sooner. Number 2 is using your quick menu. So many things here. When you're in space and you want to find a trading post, simply jump over here and run a scan. Boom, you're good to go. Have you wandered too far from your ship while exploring? No worries, just summon it here. No more long treks back to your ship. This, of course, works only if you have enough launcher fuel for a takeoff. When you're properly equipped, and are able to do so, you can even summon your freighter from literally anywhere, just like we did with our ship. This will come in very handy as we head into the final thing I wish I would have realized earlier. After you've unlocked the ability to create storage containers, it's kind of fun to put those at your base and have access to all that extra storage, but after a while, every time you want to build a base, it kind of becomes a headache. Well, once you have a freighter, you can put those storage containers on board, and provided you have unlocked the ability to teleport items, you can access those containers if your freighter is in the same system. Let me demonstrate. So I'm here at Camp Whisky and would like to build something, but I need materials I don't have on me. But I know they're in my storage containers, so I guess I'll need to quick build the ones I need. And the kicker is if I'm out of magnetized ferrite or sodium, I can't build the storage container and would need to physically fly up to my freighter and retrieve what I need. Pain in the butt, right? So I'm going to head into my quick menu and summon my freighter, just like we did a minute ago. Once my freighter is here, I can now go into my freighter menu and voila! Using the D-pad, I can access all of my storage containers which are inside my freighter. So much easier. Alright guys, that does it for this video. I hope at least one of these things helps you in having a smoother No Man's Sky experience. If not, well, thanks for watching anyway. As always, my goal is to continue to make fun and fresh content for you all. If you enjoy this channel and my content, please consider investing half a second to click that like button. And if you have 2 seconds to spare, I'd love to have another subscriber to my channel. All of this makes a tremendous difference, so I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy traveling the universe and finding planets, ships, and fauna you wouldn't probably find otherwise, give my Interstellar Roundup series a try. This is Taylor, with Whiskey Barrel Gaming, signing off.